Hello and welcome to episode 27 of my Everspace 2 playthrough. So I went ahead and I did my things. We have a nice empty inventory, more or less, and we are going to go ahead and do this mission now. Reason being, same day delivery requires me to go do jobs for Kato Clan again. And I didn't realise that before I started, well, just before I was about to start recording for it, so I will save that for later. Let's get the Emissary started.
Fire it up, Kala. I'll radio you from the other side.
Are you really about to offer yourself up as a guinea pig for an untested technology? This is insanity.
Nothing ever gets accomplished by not taking chances, Hive.
You can tell when you can fly through by the sparks.
Sounds fancy. Let's do it.
I knew this would end in disaster. You have been transported to a planet interior, never to find your way out again, and you will die here. Ha! I was right.
All right, Hive. No need to be so happy about it. Does anyone read me? No response. Where the heck are we? Let's just take a little look around and see if there's a way out.
She tricked you. The blue alien has achieved its deception.
I'm pretty sure that's not what happened, Hive. There must have been a miscalibration somehow. I mean, I did change location at least, and I am in one piece. Hey, you know what? The wildlife in here's familiar. I'll be damned if I'm not somewhere back in the Kait Nebula.
The blue alien will have morphed into its true hideous self and consumed all of your companions by now.
Seriously, Hive, get a grip. I didn't know you were imbued with so much imagination.
I am only stating possibilities.
You are enjoying my predicament way too much.
Guardian relic.
At least the radio silence gives me some time to think about things. I mean, none of this is how I expected it to turn out. You know what I'm talking about, Hive?
I have not the foggiest.
I feel things have changed. All I cared about to start with was getting out of the DMZ. But I only seem to be becoming more embroiled in it.
You are certainly deeply entangled in the political intrigues of the region. Although I am certain you could still extricate yourself.
Yeah, sure, but to what end? What would be the consequences of that?
Give me mine.
The more I think about it, the more I realize that my commitments are here. And the Beltigrades, and the DMZ. Afraid a load of Viridium might get me back to the homeworlds and in a very luxurious condition. But would I really be happy with myself?
Happiness. Oh dear. Every philosophical discussion with a human always comes to this.
You know what, Hive?
More existential musings. Will it be like this until you starve to death?
There's a way out of here. I'm sure of it. But no matter what happens next, all I know is that I can't let my friends down. I have the feeling they're all counting on me. I just can't figure out what the right thing to do is at this juncture.
That's what I thought would be here. Makes sense. I think this puzzle is deliberately long enough to allow them to have their entire conversation. Without you successfully escaping. Because while I did flail around a bit, I'm not exactly going at a slow pace. We only lost like 2 minutes. While we were figuring things out.
Things are looking up, Hive. I think I see light at the end of the tunnel.
So soon? Humans often mention such a thing when they are near the end.
No, I'm not speaking metaphorically. I really think I see a way out. Huh, look at that. It's where we picked up Kala and Eduardo. Anyone back at base reading me?
There you are, Clico. Something went wrong.
You're telling me, Kala. We ended up right next to your escape pod.
Ah, Toka. I think I know the reason. There are no other rips or connections yet, except for the ones on my ship.
Adam, I believe this may have been caused by the lack of reference points in the cluster. Kala seems to have expected there to be other points. The experiment sent you to your present location because there was a very slight reference signal emanating from the cube within the escape pod Kala traveled in. If you can retrieve it, we will be able to calibrate a more exact travel and create more reference points where we go.
Okay, let's try that. If we can get this to work without being transported into a sun's core, this tech could really be a game changer.
I thought it meant literally next to an escape pod, but not quite.
Let's see. There. Okay, I got Kala's cube.
Adam, there is another matter.
Go ahead.
Kala is quite upset by this turn of events. She is confused as to why no reference points exist in this end of the galaxy. This must mean that she is a lot further from her homeworld than she first thought.
Well, do your best to comfort her and let her know that we'll do what we can to help her find her way home. So, Kala, that was the last one. Okay? For now, what will
You
we need
mean
to do
there
next?
will be more?
We will make
If I
new
have my
rips
way,
and
We
connections.
just need to see what Kala can
From what
rustle
I've
up.
gathered, this works a
If
bit like the
there is an
Einstein-Rosen
afterlife,
bridge.
as some humans used to
It's
believe,
not a bridge, but a
expect yours
fold.
to be an
Or
eternity
a rip,
of
Clico.
classic-era physicists
get there.
lining up to
Right
slap
now, I
you
think I'll have
across
to
the
use
face.
conventional means to reach the Commissioner's location. I've left her hanging. I bet she'll be pissed. This fast travel technology is too promising to pass up. Let's try to open up some routes, or rips, when we assemble the parts we need.
You are seriously going to attempt that folly? Again?
It might just be the insurance we need to get out of the DMZ if everything goes south. Time to face the music. Patch me through to the Commissioner.
First you tell me it's important, and then you don't show up.
Yeah, look, I got sidetracked. Are you still at the coords you gave me?
Of course not. I'm on the move again. Tell me your current location, and perhaps we can meet at a convenient point midway.
I'm near Aethor, in the Kait Nebula.
Well, I'm not bringing my cruiser in there with those lunatics at large. Meet me at the abandoned jump gate in Zarkov. Don't keep me waiting.
You got it.
Okay, I only caught half of that because two things were going on at once. There's definitely a second mission that came up and subsequently disappeared. All the spatial risks are connected. I can make use of them to get around quickly. Something broke. Me and my son...
Before you proceed to the Commissioner's location, I would like to request that I accompany you to the meeting.
Actually, Tareen, that might not be a bad idea. I think she needs to get the bigger picture on this. Although I think Hawk knows a lot of the DMZ's secrets, an Okar perspective might be what she needs. Why don't you fill me in a little more on the significance of this comet?
Eshahar is of great importance, and its passage signals the beginning of a season of ritual festivities on our home planets.
Okay, it's actually come up this time. Meeting Carla has led to a new technology that might be useful. The first trial brought me back to her camp, but if I follow her instructions, this might really work out. Resources needed. I think we may have all of that. Establish a fast travel node at Drake Research Station. It has. Let's auto select this. I don't think Drake Research Station. I think the name implies it's over in Drake, which we are not going to yet.
Here we are. Let's see what the Commissioner has to say about all this.
Adam, I must admit I have some trepidation about how events appear to be escalating.
As far as I can make out, Hawk is here in a diplomatic and intelligence capacity. We just need to get the word out to keep the peace.
Okay, this cutscene isn't playing.
Now what took you so...
One sec, I'm going to reload the last save.
long, Roslyn?
So, Tareen, what can you tell me
Hush, 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 hush.
hardliners? Well, here we are. Let's see what the Commissioner has to say about all this.
Adam, I must admit I have some trepidation about how events appear to be escalating.
As far as I can make out, Hawk is here in a diplomatic and intelligence capacity. We just need to get the word out to keep the peace.
Now what took you so long, Roslyn? I thought you knew how to navigate the DMZ.
You haven't been straight with me about the mission you sent me on, to the lunar colony.
Well, my mission here is over, and I have no further assignments for you, unless you want to make yourself useful for once and give me something this massage droid cannot.
Damn it, Hawk. We know about the Sacred Comet, and we know its trajectory. You sent me to check how close Blakemore was to finding it.
Any violation of the Comet, of Eshahar, would result in the end of any toleration between our races.
Yes, I know. Spare me the lecture. Traitor Tareen, the Okar warrior who wanted to be a cleric. Another anomaly of the DMZ. What strange bedfellows you two make. The Okar consider you an outcast. Why do you care whether we go to war?
I may have pursued a life of religious contemplation, but I would still fight to protect peace. The return of Eshahar, and the discovery that it is in danger, has reawakened my sense of commitment to my faith and my people.
Interesting. And you obviously found Mr. Roslin receptive to your concerns. If it wasn't for you, I'd leave this godforsaken place once and for all. But I also hate unfinished business. And perhaps I underestimated you from the very beginning. Okay, let me fill you in on some of the details. By all appearances, you have found the comet before Blakemore. Unfortunately, the Okar are also aware of his activities. They are preparing a preemptive strike against GMB's lunar colony.
That would trigger a war.
Indeed. And as it happens, you have found me after appraising the Federal Council of the situation. and they have resolved, quite disappointingly, to let affairs play out on their own. I asked to parley with Emissary Sareth in order to buy time and allow me to handle G&B myself. However, communications have suddenly ceased. There is a sub-faction of Okar hardliners agitating for war. My suspicions lead me to believe that they have something to do with this.
I get the feeling you have the need for another covert operation.
You and Tareen might be the key to solving this impasse. It's not like I can go in with a fleet cruiser, guns blazing. This would get me the leverage I need to stop Blakemore. As previously agreed, you would receive full amnesty. You get to keep your base, and you gain free passage out of the DMZ.
Tareen, what do you think? You up for this?
I do not expect to receive much welcome from my kind. I am the errant example that spawnlings are warned of.
You're still an Okar. Even if I reach the Emissary, he has no reason to listen to me. But together, I'd just be curious enough to hear us out.
Perhaps. Of course, whether we can reach the Emissary alive is another question.
That's better.
So, Tareen, what can you tell me about these Okar hardliners?
They call themselves Okar Prime. They seek to reclaim all space lost by the arrival of the Colonials. Any opportunity to trigger a new war would suit their purposes perfectly. Their sentiments do not reflect those of the Okar majority, however, who are happy to remain in a separated peace.
Okay. Well, until the main quest tells us to go to Drake, we're not going to worry about it. Or until our level, or the level of the main quest, speaking of, let's check. The level of the main quest goes beyond the level 20 and 22 quests we have in Drake. We're not going to worry about it. Okay.
Damn it, Adam, what's taking you so long? I got Maddox breathing down my neck, and he is kicking up a stink.
Hey, Delia, the Commissioner sent us to make contact with the Okar about the situation. Sit tight. I'll keep you posted.
You know what would be the surprising thing to do? Making Maddox never actually or upgrade himself to the level of serious problem. Because it's foreshadowing heavily he's going to do something stupid and we're going to have to deal with the consequences. But it would be interesting if that didn't happen.
Official. Must be the emissaries.
Indeed. It bears the holy insignia.
And those force field emitters don't look very peaceful to me.
That must be the work of the aforementioned Okar Prime. The Commissioner's suspicions have been proven correct.
Hailing clerical corvette. This is a colonial delegation on a diplomatic mission.
Your authority, your treaties, your lies, and your filthy presence have no place here.
We only wish to speak with Emissary Sareth. We come on behalf of Commissioner Hawk bearing a request.
There will be no negotiating. Turn back and keep to your own affairs. You have been warned.
We won't leave until we've delivered our message.
If your request was death, then we shall be sure to make you satisfied.
Okay, I believe are heavily armored.
Distraction while I figure out a way through this force field.
You can count on me, Adam.
Okay. Oh no, they're heavily shielded.
Authorities to let them know a high-ranking official has been taken hostage.
They would react, certainly. Perhaps this is a sensible course of action.
Well, I can't contact them myself. Hive, are you able to access the Corvette's comm system?
It appears that it has been disabled. I detect disconnected comms tech floating in the vicinity. If you wish to reactivate the comm system, collect all the associated parts. I will highlight them for you once the force field is down.
Okay, yeah. Could use all the help we can get, even if it's Okar authorities.
There's not a cooldown yet. Okay. Yeeted it at me.
Left. Terrain. The force field's down. I can try to repair the comm system now.
We still got it.
Is functional again. It now needs to be powered up. I will use your booster's energy to power up the system. You must remain close in order for this to work.
close. Which ones are firing at me?
Accessed the system and dispatched an emergency broadcast.
This is like the old days of analog.
You take a weakling's approach by summoning the authorities to your aid.
They're disengaging. This is our chance to get on board. Hailing clerical corvette. Do you read me? We are on a diplomatic mission and request access to the Emissary.
It appears that we must force entry. It may be that the hardliners still have control of the corvette.
You brought a stick to a gunfight? These are dangerous extremists we're taking on here, Tareen.
This part must be done the way of the old warrior code. Do not harm the ones in robes, and stay behind me. Careful. Best keep your blaster holstered.
I am seeing a side of you I never knew, Tareen.
Okar never forgets his training.
You are the traitor we've heard of. The one who left the brood to become a menial merchant to the humans.
I have become something you cannot understand. And now I will not allow you to stand in the way of peace with the humans.
The talk of a coward. You want to settle this the traditional way, after you abandon your chosen path.
I am my own master. You are but a slave to the warrior code.
I see before me such things as I could not have foreseen.
Your Eminence, I am Tareen, and this is my companion, Adam Roslin.
Tareen, of course. I am familiar with your story, so you have decided to return to us?
Not exactly. We have come bearing a message from Commissioner Hawk of the Colonial Fleet.
Eshahar is under threat from the humans.
The Comet is under threat from rogue agents who do not represent us. The Commissioner sent us to plead for more time before an Okar intervention. She sends assurances that this problem can be solved internally among us Colonials.
You are known to us too, Adam Roslin. Indeed, we have encountered you a number of times in quite a variety of contexts. Tell me, why do you care about the Okar, of whom you have killed so many?
I understand there are peaceful elements to your society. I have just never met them before.
And of Eshahar, what do you know?
I have learned from Tareen that it is sacred to you.
Sacred, indeed. The spirits of our ancestors are embedded in its ancient stones. Twice in each generation they pass to share their visions of the past, present, and future. But perhaps you know this. Perhaps you have been touched by Eshahar. Tareen, I commend you and your friend for your noble interference. It was timely. Relay to the Commissioner that the Grand Master shall be informed. And we shall stay our hand, at least for the time being. And Tareen, should you ever wish to return to us, a clerical vocation is still open to you.
Thank you, Your Eminence.
We will resolve this. You have my word.
Maddox is not going to like that.
Your timely intervention may have altered the disastrous course of our shared history. And thanks to the signal you sent, the authorities will be here shortly. I have informed them of your great assistance.
It was an honor to be of service.
And an honor to meet you. I'll need to update Hawk on the situation. Commissioner Hawk, do you read me?
I hope it's good news, Mr. Roslin.
Your suspicions were correct about hardliners being the reason for the emissary's radio silence. He was being held hostage. We were able to free him, and he has not been harmed.
This suggests tensions between the Okar castes are intensifying, and could sour already strained relations.
For the time being, we've been given assurance that the order will be issued not to attack G&B, as long as G&B do not attempt to touch the comet. The Grandmaster's proclamation on this should guarantee that none will cross that line.
I hope so. Although we should not presume to test the Okar's toleration further. G&Bs still need to be brought to heel to prevent conflict.
We're going to tell Maddox.
Okar units incoming.
Those are the regular Okar units we summoned. The authorities.
I will be escorted back to the Okar Express. W and Adam, Godspeed, and may your mission be crowned with success for the sake of Eshahar.
For Eshahar!
We'd better inform the others what's been going on. Delia, do you read me?
Adam, I was just about to contact you. Maddox left the base just a short time ago. There was nothing we could do to stop him. He took Eduardo, too.
Damn it, Maddox. He's gonna ruin everything. Just hang tight. We'll come back to base and we'll sort this out.
Okay, that's a fair trip to get back there. Let's check mission level. That is 21. Anyway, we'll get back to base and we'll see what's going on. I'll see you when we get there.
G&B General Broadcast incoming.
Let me guess. Outlaws have gained strength in some regions?
Indeed.
More escalation is just what I need. What's happening?
Uh-oh.
Where are we? What's going on?
Clearly, you have meddled too much with the natural laws of physics, and the universe is taking its revenge. Your experimentations with these abominable spatial bypasses have led you to your doom.
Time to be helpful, Hive. I see we've got company.
Multiple craft approaching, seemingly hostile, but I detect no signs of organic life.
Okay, so that's not good. Drones?
Large, ancient energy pulses are emanating from each ship. They are piloted, but by what, I cannot determine.
Wait, you don't think these are the crafts which were pulled into the rifts before?
Given the diverse origins and ages of each vessel, I would not discount that theory.
If the ancient energy has consumed them, maybe they're like late-stage redeemers. Maybe they're already dead. Hold tight, Hive. We could be battling the undead here.
I will add that to the outrageous list of enemies you have accumulated.
Hive is more pessimistic than I am. Okay. those ones are nearer. Off your teleporting nonsense. Destroy all the drones around it.
creepy. I'd rather get out of here.
A portal has manifested in the vicinity. It could lead back to the DMZ.
It's my only option right now. This ain't the DMZ. We're just in the next level of heck, aren't we, Hive?
Prepare for engagement. More ancient energy craft incoming. Observe stats periodically to ensure they are not depleted in combat.
Whatever that bomb was, we took it to the face.
Oh, man. I've never been so happy to see home.
Adam, you vanished. This is the first time this has happened.
This is a new effect due to the rift of the ancients.
Rifts, not rips, you say?
Yes, Clico. Maybe the ancient rift is a way home. I should investigate the spatial bypass disturbance more closely. Now I see a connection. I'll get it right with the bypass.
This could be interesting. Well, keep me posted on this, but right now we've got some more pressing matters at hand.
How do we reattempt that?
Okay, so when did Maddox and Eduardo leave exactly?
Only a few hours ago. I'm sorry, Adam. I did try to stop them, but Maddox was so enraged. He was completely out of control.
It's not your fault, Delia. The man was watching his big plan unravel and probably couldn't stand it another moment. Kala, can you tell me the comet's current position?
It is flying through the Drake system.
The Coalition-controlled area. My guess is that Maddox will try to blast mine the comet at the earliest opportunity. I'll need to head him off before he does any damage.
Nothing must happen to Eduardo.
Of course not, Kala. I'll be in touch. Keep comms open.
Okay. We will probably leave it there for today. Methinks. Let me just throw all of this over into here because I think it's time we look at replacing our bomber with a tier 3 ship. We have the money. We have the money to get a tier 3 ship. Let's see. I do want to keep some, a set of these kind of things in reserve, although the rest of them I can probably sell. Those I want to keep. Those I want to keep because they're very useful. Okay, so the gear in this ship should be horrendously out of date, but I'll sort that out between episodes. I will also get a replacement for this ship, or actually, since we're not near the hour mark, let's see if we can find a replacement for the ship while we head towards Drake.
Maddox, whatever you're thinking of doing, stop it now. You don't understand what's at stake. Do you read me? He's not answering.
Ideally, I want an interdict, not an interdictor, vindicator. Replace this with the other big ship we haven't tried yet. So we'll see if we can find one in the 3 locations.
Hey, Ive, what's your take on the current situation?
Time is moving forward, and the universe built around it will eventually cease to exist, obliterating all meaning to the blip of our existence.
No, I mean, what's our current situation right now?
Yes, it helps to be specific. We are moving through space. What we do next ultimately does not matter.
Unbelievable.
And yet true.
Right, as I was saying, we'll check the 3 shipyards that are along our path, and we'll end at Prescott Station. Between this episode and next, I will do the missions needed to, or the jobs needed to unlock the next mission for Kato.
Hi. Any news I need to know about?
None whatsoever, which is exactly how we prefer it.
Okay. We can't afford those, which we know. They don't sell well here. Let's sell the rest of this stuff. Okay. I'm surprised it's not telling me how under-geared all of my equipment is. Right, on to the next shipyard.
Hello?
Ah, hello there. Take a look at my stock.
Ooh, we can afford to make this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
That should prove convenient.
Well, we have some of that stuff. We need to be careful not to spend too much money. Attacking emitters, resistor arrays. We need 5 of them. We can't make that. We need to go back and get some more pure permanite. Oh, we're actually out of iron of all things. Okay, let's see if that updated immediately. It did! Unfortunately, we do not have the money anymore. We're about to get some more. Okay. Slight change of plan then. Since selling this ship doesn't quite give us enough to get a tier 3 ship, which was the plan, we need to go do jobs for Cato anyway, so while I am going to fly over there, we will sign off. And that'll be the plan. I will go do jobs for Cato to get that mission ready. Oh, wonderful. This one's level synced. It's now 2 levels above us. Never mind. We're still going to do it. So yeah. We'll drop on over there. We will dock. We will collect missions. And between this episode and next episode, I will get them done so that we can do this quest next time on Monday. That will be the plan. And hopefully those jobs will be enough to get us enough money to get a new ship. And also to get some gear for this ship. Or the replacement, or the replacement. But yes, we shall leave it there for today. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the show, and hopefully we'll see you next time. Cheerio.